So in the last video, we talked about what the Educator's Guide is. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to use it and talk about some scenarios that you can use in your classroom. So there are 6 different scenarios that we imagine you might want to use in your classroom, all of which think about different ways to combine the content. The first we're calling pair thematic dialogues. So in this case, you would read 2 dialogues from the same theme each week over the course of 6 weeks. This would be especially beneficial for those courses where you're doing a lot of research in the beginning part of the semester. For the second theme or scenario, you could pair divergent dialogues. That's the idea of taking 2 different dialogues from 2 different themes and using them to have more of a dynamic discussion around the differences in the field. For the third scenario, we imagine if you want to read the Educator's Guide over all 15 weeks, you could spend 3 weeks on each theme and then read each dialogue related to that theme during the first 2 weeks, and then a case study during that 3rd week. The 4th theme talks about how you can filter case studies through the dialogues. And so in this example, you might read and research the organizations behind each case study during those first 5 weeks, and then read a dialogue each of the following weeks of the semester as a way of thinking about how they might relate to those concrete examples. The 5th scenario is called pairing dialogues with complementary readings. So each week you would pair a dialogue with a reading from the list of complementary readings in order to expand the discussion. And so this allows you a lot of latitude to think about what kind of readings would be especially useful for your class. And the last scenario is the idea of combining dialogue, case studies, and the readings together. The way we imagine this being carried out is that you would spend 3 weeks on each theme, and in each of those, you would read 1 dialogue, 1 case study, and then choose 1 complementary reading, and again, in order to expand the discussion around each topic and theme. So we thought about giving you one example of how you might do this in your classroom. In this case, we're using an example from a dialogue by Manoj Fenlan and Eduardo Stokowski. They talked at length about what design can do for democracy and to get more participation in democracy. And we thought that would pair really nicely with the IBM case study, because the IBM case study talks about fostering democratic thought within a design studio and more of a collaborative spirit within a design studio. And then lastly, for one of the complementary readings, you might choose the reading by Sabine Uniger, which is called Organizational Design, Legacies, and Service Design. In this example, she talks both about policy and about organizational design and how they can be used to maximize impact.
Thank you for tuning in and engaging with us as we give you a behind-the-scenes look at the LEAP Educator's Guide. We trust that the guide will be a useful tool in your own explorations about design for social innovation in this very dynamic field. And remember that you can download the guide at the link below.